Hi everybody, Gina Marie here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am getting ready to do reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Whenever you find this video, you are meant to find it. All right, Sagittarius, let's see where the cards want to take us today. All right, Sagittarius, if you'd like to become a love and lighter and join my newsletter, you can go to tarotbyginamarie.com. Also, I have a free Introduction to Tarot webinar, and in that webinar, I teach you the meanings of the Ace through the Ten of Cups and how to do a 3-card read totally free from me. If that's something you're interested in, then check out my webinar. It's free and it's linked in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius, the overall energy of the reading is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. He's all about communication. He's all about wanting something fresh, new, and exciting. All right, we will have to see. In your recent past, we have the Sun, the Death card, and the Ten of Swords. Death. Something needs to end for something new to begin. Something needs to transform and change. The Sun. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It illuminates things. Ten of Swords. Either something is dead, done, and over, or you're allowing things to end that need to end. In your current energies, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Devil. Seven of Cups. Choices, illusion, confusion, options. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is somebody loving, nurturing, caring, and abundant. The Devil. The Devil is anything that holds you back. Fears, past pain, addictions, illusions, your job, your family, your friends. Anything that holds you back is considered your devil. In your potential final outcome, we have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is somebody who feels like they are at a crossroads or that they are being blocked. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be fickle back and forth energy, can be a player, or it can be somebody who's enthusiastically embracing the change. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from something or someone you once loved. Now, we have to see how all of this correlates to the Page of Wands. Now let's start clarifying. The Death card. Why is the Death card here? Talk to me about the Death card. Now, take the reading how it resonates. Roles can be reversed. Why is the Death card here? Talk to me about the Death card. Talk to me about the Death card. Why is the Death card here? Yeah. Okay. All right. What I'm feeling here is I feel like things want to change. Okay. And now I could be reading for you or somebody connected to you. Okay. So take it how it resonates. But I feel like somebody wants something to change. Okay. And I feel like we are trying our best to cut out things that no longer serve us. But I don't feel like the world is I don't feel like we've totally closed out that cycle. Okay. I want to change. I want things to change, and I'm ready to cut out the things that I need to cut out. And then when it comes time to do so, I kind of feel like it's almost like that. It's wanting to change, but almost fearful of the change. Even though I feel like the change would be something great for you. Okay. The Sun. Why is the Sun here? It's like I feel apprehension. She came popping out of my deck. Okay. It's like not knowing what to do. It's bizarre. The Sun is being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. In some aspects, I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is a person. It's like being illuminated to what you want, but blocking yourself from it. Being like, I don't know if it's what I really want. Okay. You could take this Queen of Pentacles as a relationship. You could take her as a friendship. You could take her as a job. Okay. However it resonates for you. But it's like, I feel like you're being illuminated to something spectacular. Okay. But you're kind of like putting your blinders on going, I don't know. I feel like you want to take it, but you're apprehensive about doing it. It's like, here's the change. We're cutting it out. Like I would love to say, we're transforming and changing. Something is ending. We're cutting a whole bunch of crap out because now the cycle is turning. We're being illuminated to what brings us happiness. We're being illuminated to what brings us prosperity and stability. And we're no longer going to be blocking ourselves. Let's go. That's what I would love to say, but that's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of apprehension here. Okay? A lot of apprehension about moving forward. Ten of Swords. Why is a Ten of Swords here? And I don't know why. It's like, I don't know why we're so apprehensive to move forward. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Yeah. In order to move forward, we have to let things end and things have to change. And that's what we're afraid of. We're afraid of change. What happens if this isn't going to be good for me? What happens if the Ten of Swords is being clarified by the Lovers and the Hermit. Lovers, I feel choices. I need to make better choices. I don't know. In order for things, I need things to end. Okay? If I allow things to end, I need to make better choices. And that has me all up in my head. It's like I'm trying to figure out which path I really want to go down. It's almost like making the choices to let something end is painful because possibly you've held on to it for so long and used it as a crutch. For example, if this person was in a toxic relationship and all of their self-sabotaging behavior, they've used the excuse of, well, I was in a crappy relationship before. Well, if they start to heal from that crappy relationship, that can't be a crutch. That can't be an excuse anymore for behavior. It's like now needing to take personal responsibility for the stuff that you do. And it's almost scary to do so. In your current energies, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Devil. Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Choices, illusion, confusion, options. Why is this Seven of Cups here? Yeah. It's very bizarre to me. It's like you're being offered something new. And it's, yeah. Healing needs to happen. Seven of Cups is being clarified by the Four of Swords and Temperance. It's like everything that I just said. Bink! I was in a toxic relationship before, so, I'm used to lying to my partner, or I'm used to this happening, or I'm used to that happening, so you're going to have... No, can't use it as a crutch anymore, okay? It's like being confused as to what needs to happen, but they know what needs to happen. Letting go of the past, okay? Forgiving yourself and letting things go. Healing from what happened. Balance, patience, healing, okay? Healing needs to happen. Sometimes I think people hold on to the hurt and the pain from the past because they are afraid to move forward. Afraid to move forward because, oh my God, things might actually happen and, things might actually be as wonderful as they can be or as I've always wanted them to be. And then I think what would happen is that you would have to come to terms with the crap that happened in the past and realize that the reason why you were there for so long is because you allowed yourself to stay there for so long. Okay? Like if you're in a toxic relationship with someone and you stay there 5, 10, 20 years, that's on you. Okay? And sometimes for some people, that's a hard pill to swallow. That I allowed myself to be in a crap relationship for 20 years. That I've allowed myself to be there, to be emotionally manipulated for 20 years. But it's kind of like once you take responsibility and say, yes, I allowed myself to stay there. Why? Why did I allow myself to stay there? Once you answer that and say, you know what, because I had low self-worth, because I was desperate for somebody to love me and I thought this was all I could get. Whatever the reason is, once you realize that and you let it out, for as painful as it is, you can start the healing process. And then you can let it go and you can move forward. Move forward, ditching the devil and actually having a shot at true happiness, because now it's, okay, I'm being honest with myself and I'm letting things go from the past. Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Talk to me about this Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here? Why is she here? Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Yeah. It's in some aspects is if you want a stable life, you're going to need to divorce yourself from the things that are holding you back in order to have your true 10 of Pentacles. Whether that is divorce yourself from a bad relationship, divorce yourself from stinking thinking, divorce yourself from holding on to all of that hurt and pain from the past, or not looking at it, okay? Because here's everything that you've ever wanted, okay? We need to get real about it, okay? So in some aspects, I feel Queen of Pentacles is being clarified by the Justice card and the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So it's, to feel the stability, we have to be honest. We have to be honest with ourselves about what's going on, okay? Justice is all about balance, okay? It's, we need to balance within ourselves exactly what happened, why it happened, and being able to look at it for what it truly was and let it go in order if we want to have everything we've ever wanted, okay? So if you want to have that happy life, if you want to have that fabulous relationship, then you need to forgive yourself for the things that happened in the past. You need to look at them for what they truly were, okay? Like, for example, and I'm going to be very brutally honest with you. I was in a relationship for 5 years, and I ended up getting out of it, okay? I was in a very bad relationship, and I made excuses for this person. Why they didn't have a job, why they did this, and I kept making excuses until one day I couldn't make any excuses anymore. And then as I look back on that relationship, it's, I allowed myself to be there because I felt like this, and this. And that was a hard pill to swallow. But once I realized that that's why I stayed for the 5 years I did, and looking back at what happened, yeah, it sucked, but I wouldn't be the person I am today if it didn't happen. And I learned my lessons from it. Or I should say I am learning my lessons from it still, okay? So you can move forward, okay? Just don't let the stuff that happened to you in the past. Like, I could blame my ex and say, well, he was an alcoholic. Well, he was an alcoholic, but I stayed. I stayed when I shouldn't have stayed. And I stayed out of a whole bunch of reasons that now, looking back, I shouldn't have stayed for. So I'm just saying that when you take a look at what's going on and why things happened, and you can be brutally honest with yourself, and it's a hard pill to swallow, then it's okay. Then we can heal, then we can move forward, and then we can start going after everything that we want. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. The devil is being clarified by the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. Okay? Yeah. Feeling like we've missed out. Well, the devil, why is the devil here? Because we feel like we've missed out on a whole bunch of stuff. Why? Because we need to let it go, and we haven't let it go yet. We need to put it to an end. Once we put that stuff to an end, we can make better choices and figure out which way we want to go. Okay? Yeah, it's like I said in one reading, I can't remember which one it was. You are not meant to live here and be heartbroken and to live your life in the past and live your life full of regrets. It's, you are meant to come here, learn the lessons that you were meant to learn, and thrive and move forward. That's what you were meant here to do, okay? In your potential final outcome, we have the Knight of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the Queen, and the 8 of Cups. Wow, I almost said the Queen of Cups. I have no idea why. Maybe we all need some self-love, self-care. 2 of Swords. Why is the 2 of Swords here? Okay. Why is the 2 of Swords here? Why? Why is the 2 of Swords here? Two of Swords is being clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. It's needing to be real. Okay? Needing to take off the blindfold. Okay? And what you're learning is that in some aspects, I want to say, as corny as it sounds, the truth will set you free. Okay? Be honest. Be honest. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've said this to somebody. Look, I would rather have you be honest with me than placate me with a lie. Always be honest with me. I would be able to take the honesty, then I can deal with it, process it, and figure out which way I want to go. but don't placate me with a lie because I know you're lying. Okay? And it just puts off the inevitable. So this is needing to get real with yourself. Okay? Needing to get real about the devil, needing to get real with why you are so, things need to change. Here's the sword to cut them out, but you're hesitating to do it. Being illuminated to what truly makes you happy and the prosperity and stability, but kind of being like, I don't know, just wait. It's like cock blocking your own happiness, and you keep doing it to yourself. And then you turn around and go, see, I just can't be happy. Well, you can't be happy because you keep blocking it your own self, not anybody else, you. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Talk to me about this Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Knight of Wands is being clarified by the star, but I gotta cover her. Yeah. And the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's like fleeting. It's like this is fickle back and forth energy. It's I know what I want, and it's everything that I've ever wanted. My hopes, my wishes, my dreams, my desires. I'm ready to go after it, and I'm ready to grab it and hold on to it. And then all of a sudden you're like, boop, and you walk away from it. You walk away from it because in some aspects you got to get real. You got to get real with what it is you want. And I feel like you got to get real with whatever this star is. So if this star is a relationship, then you got to get real with the person that you're with. Okay? And I have a feeling that this person here holds your feet to the fire. And you don't like that. As in, they don't take any crap from you. They know when you're lying. They know you better than you know yourself. Okay? And you may not like that because they call you out on your crap. Well, if you didn't dish out any crap, they wouldn't have to call you out on it. How about that? Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Talk to me about this Eight of Cups. Why is it here? Why is this Eight of Cups here? Yeah. Yeah. Eight of Cups is being clarified by the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles. It's in some aspects, you know that you're walking away from what it is you truly want. You're being illuminated, okay? Illuminated to the behavior, illuminated to what it is you truly want, okay? But in essence, blocking yourself from it. Standing still. Okay? Standing still. The solution is if you opened up your mouth and said something. Okay? I do believe in some aspects you want something fresh, new, and exciting, but it's fear holding you back. Fear, fear, and fear. Yeah. Fear of equal give and take. Because if this is a relationship, okay, if this is a relationship that you're not used to having. This is somebody who wants honesty and truth, and you're not used to giving it, okay? And I say that because I have a feeling this was somebody that was possibly in a toxic relationship or in a very manipulative relationship in the past. And it's hard for them to, in some ways, deal with the fact that they were in a manipulative relationship and they need to heal from it. Whether that means healing, whether that means going to talk to somebody, getting professional help, whatever that means. But I feel like if this is a relationship, here's somebody that wants to be with you, that loves you, that you want to be with, but you keep walking away from, okay? Because you're being illuminated that there's stability here, but you're like, I don't know. And it's like, in essence, you just stay still, okay? What we need to do is we need to open up our mouth and say something, okay? Say something to this person and be like, you know what? I've been hurt in the past and blah, blah, blah. And just put the cards on the table and slowly start to move forward. Because it's like transformation and change is trying to happen. And this King of Swords is trying to cut things out, but you're not letting things end. Okay? I feel like this is change and transformation trying to happen, but you're fighting it. All right. What does the universe want to tell you? What does the universe want to say? What does the universe want to say? Bam! I know I didn't give you much warning. We have a Tower. Oh, and there she is. I love it. All right. We have the Tower, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. And the Eight of Wands is being crossed by the Nine of Cups. It's being able to talk, okay? Eight of Wands is communication. Talk very clearly, moving towards what it is you truly want, okay? Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is getting what you want because you value yourself. But if you're not allowing things to change, you don't value yourself very much. You can't have what you want if you don't value yourself. You can't have the spectacular relationship if you don't have any self-worth, because you're going to end up self-sabotaging it with lies and fears, okay? That's what I mean about you can, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. Your wish fulfillment is this star. But you can't have it unless you truly value yourself, okay? And then bam, here comes the Tower. And I feel like the Tower is a whole bunch of truth and honesty that you got to deal with. Why is the Tower here? Talk to me about the Tower. Is the Tower some self-realization about the self-sabotaging that we've been doing? Why is this Tower here? Talk to me about the Tower. Why? Okay. And these two cards fell out of my deck just like this. And you saw them fly out of the deck. Tower's being clarified by the King of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. King of Swords, he's like the queen, okay? Truth. You know why they always say that that this is the couple that fights? You know why they're the couple that fights? It's because if they're all about truth and honesty, they don't sugarcoat anything to one another. If she comes to him and says, "Hey, does this dress make me look fat?" He goes, "The dress doesn't make you look fat. You need to lose 10 pounds." And she gets pissed. Well, that might be the truth. That's why they're a couple that fights, because they're honest with one another. That's why. And sometimes we don't like to hear the truth. Where it comes to this Tower, here is this, remember what I said? Change is trying to happen. Change is trying to happen. Things need to be brought down. Foundations need to be crumbled here. And we need to take this sword and cut things out and work on ourselves and be more honest with ourselves. Change is trying to happen. And here we are trying to cut things out, but we're really not, because we're not letting the world close out that cycle. And here we are. The Tower is back to this King of Swords. Let the king do his job. Cut things out that no longer serve you. Put in the work. Heal. Put in the work. And be honest. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. If you like the content that I have, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a much in-depth personal reading with me, or if you'd like to learn the meanings of the Ace to the Ten of Cups and how to do a 3-card read totally free for me, then check out my webinar. It's free and it's linked in the description box below. Love and light, everybody.